What's up, everybody? I'm John.
I'm Isaac.
And we are Cars and Cameras. We recently built a Stage 2 420cc engine, stuffed it in this golf cart, and then we made the golf cart street legal thanks to some recent changes in the town ordinance. Well, the top speed is 24 miles an hour, and we're limited to 20 miles an hour cruising around in town. This thing screams at 20 miles an hour. The engine RPM is high, the seat gets hot, and it vibrates a lot. So we have a sprocket from GoPowersports.com. We're hoping to bump the top speed up, but more importantly, get cruising RPM down.
I'm expecting to get 3 more miles per hour out of this.
So you're saying 27. I'm going to be optimistic and say 28.
Okay, well, I'm going to go even further than that, 29.
And the other main thing we're going to do today is try to fix the steering. So on this thing's maiden voyage, I had a hard time controlling it. Ike didn't, because he's used to stuff like this. But I had a hard time keeping it on the road. So we're going to try to tighten up the steering box. Anyway, let's install it.
All right, dude.
Like butter.
Yes. I think it's wider.
So the only potential issue here is that the new sprocket is actually wider than the old sprocket, which in most cases would probably be fine. But we're already barely hanging on to the end of the torque converter bolt shaft. So we're going to need to shave this down, skinny it up a little bit, and then it should be just fine.
So on these torque converters, you do not over tighten this bolt. You will compromise the integrity of the bearings.
Yes, sir.
I'm installed and ready to go.
Oh, we're ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, he's supposed to be taking it easy, warming it up a little bit. He says he's going to hit it on the way back. So, looking at that speed, what did John say? Did he say 28? I say 29. I say 30. That thing is hauling.
Everybody says 29.3.
29.
This is the fastest it's ever been.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's with muffler on it too.
Yeah. So I'm saying, dude, probably 32, 33 without the muffler.
Yeah.
And it takes off hard too. Ready?
Yeah.
It's way better, dude.
All right, good.
I am thoroughly impressed, buddy. One of those weird situations where we picked up top speed and acceleration.
It feels great.
Yeah, it pulls harder. I think it was just under geared, honestly, beforehand.
Yep.
It's not bad, and it cruises at 20. It's not screaming. It's still a little on the high end, but I think it'll work for us. We're gonna do a test tomorrow. We're gonna go to I don't know. We're gonna hit a drive-through. And get some lunch. So there seem to be a lot of steering replacement parts online. We can't find anything in just a quick search specific to this model, so we're gonna try a quick and dirty, just kind of rebuild or tighten up of the steering system. I'm just wiggling the steering wheel, and Ike is taking a look at what has the most amount of play, and I think we might go from there. to try to take stuff apart, tighten it up, put it back together.
The biggest amount of wiggle is in this center idler shaft, or I don't know what this center piece is. It's the rod that goes from the rack outer tie rod in.
There is a little bit of play there.
Yeah. So there seems to be a lot of slack in the steering system, but it's not all in one spot. It's a little bit in the steering rack, a little bit in the center link, a little bit on the outer tie rod end, a little bit on the inner tie rod end. It's a little bit everywhere, and it's just adding to a lot of slop. So the whole front end needs to be rebuilt, and I'm just not sure that we want to sink that kind of money in this.
I think a rebuild kit for the front end, full rebuild, would probably be like 3 times more than this golf cart's worth.
Probably so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the front suspension is like flawed anyway. I mean, it was lifted in like a sketchy way. We're gonna try to patch it a little bit, and we're gonna tell you about that in a second. But also, like, we're just gonna keep our eyes out for like ATV front end or something. To in the future, we might completely update this front end, but it's really not worth a rebuild. I think it's worth maybe a patch and to keep going.
Sounds good.
So here's what we're thinking for a front end patch. All right, so here's a drawing of the golf cart, a rough one at least. Red is what we have right now, and green is what we're proposing to fix the front suspension. So as you can see, the front suspension here, it currently has no support. So if we were to hit a log or some kind of obstacle hard enough head on, it's just gonna fold up in itself and everything's gonna be ruined. So we are gonna come up with some kind of brace that's going to just act as a support so that if we bump into something directly in front of the golf cart, it's going to have some stability. Because this front end is pretty much ruined anyway, this is going to be a simple but worthwhile upgrade to make our golf cart more off-road capable. We're going to run a pipe horizontally with 2 pivot points, one being for articulation in the front with a bolt and one in the rear for kind of up and down with 2 ears and a pipe like T through it. Let's do it.
Hey, I think we got something that'll work here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just weld some kind of pipe to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay. So we're losing like an inch of ground clearance.
Yeah. So this is pretty much what I have for what's going up underneath the cart. This part is going to be welded to the frame. These gussets from Go Power Sports are going to be welded to this angle iron, and this pipe right here is going to act like the pivot that is attached to the
banana piece.
The banana piece.
Where is it?
It's going to be welded to this, and it's going to allow the front suspension to pivot up and down.
So Ike ran to the store this morning and grabbed this top link, and we're going to replace the banana pipe with the top link. Just for more adjustability, it's going to be a little stronger, and we're also going to get rid of this T-pipe, and we're going to shorten up this whole setup so we can bolt it to this new top link and then bolt it to the front as well.
Yeah, I think this will work.
And let me guess, this is going to go
Yeah, I'll hold this right here.
bada bing right there.
Yep,
Something
pretty much
like that.
like right about there.
Be a piece of angle iron on the bottom one with a hole drilled in it.
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, gusset or flat bar or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I bottomed out. Yep.
What am I gonna do? I wasn't planning on welding it up like this. You gotta do what you gotta do. It'll be fine, right?
What are you doing?
I welded the bracket upside down,
Nice.
but I'm going for it anyway. Cover.
Cover.
Yep. think you can double nut it.
Of course.
That's fun. Just
Single
put the
nut?
lock washer and nut and just tighten the snot out of it.
Yeah.
That's where you break your knuckles. Cover.
Yep.
So our front suspension mod is installed. I'm just giving the steering wheel a turn. Ike's looking underneath to make sure we don't have any clearance issues.
Everything looks good other than the loose play in the steering.
All right.
All right, can you kind of wiggle around a little bit? No, you know, on the seat bounce up and down, and oh man, that looks perfect.
Sweet.
Dude, it's doing exactly what we needed to do.
So because we were already doing wheelies, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches high, we're just going to help it out with about 60 pounds. We got 50-pound sandblasting abrasive and a stock 420 flywheel underneath that. We're just going to help it out a little bit and see if we can't drag the rear platform. Surprised it didn't wheelie more. Like yesterday on flat ground with less weight on the back, or no weight on the back, it did the same amount of wheelie. And up a hill with 60 pounds on the back, it didn't really wheelie anymore. So we need like 150 pounds or something. But we just got a shipment in the mail from GoPowersports.com for some upcoming projects. We have a really, really big project in the works right now you guys are gonna love, and I don't think this is going to give it away, but we are going to use a lot of these parts in that project. So let's get to it. What do we got? What do we got? This is the Hot 265 cam that we've talked about. I think we're going to do a torque build and stick it on the lifted go-kart. Looks like we have...
Spindles.
Yeah, we have spindle kit here. These things are indispensable to us. We use them all the time.
Steering wheel?
Oh, steering wheel and the rack and pinion.
Nice.
Dude. Yeah, this thing's awesome. We used it on the 65-mile-an-hour lawnmower. Handled like a dream. I can tell you all about it. Torque converters, if I had to guess. No, it's
No!
Oh,
Yes!
it's an electric start Tillotson.
My box was better than yours.
Sorry, dude.
Just what I always wanted, an electric start 212. Right here, buddy.
Yes. This is going to be perfect on the monster truck go-kart, just because, like...
What?
That's what is going on, dude.
What?
Yeah, because, like, every time you freaking want to start it, you have to get out, and it's, like, a whole production. We can probably ask for another one if it's hurting your feelings. What do you want to take that one home or something? Oh, look at that, dude. They really know a way to a man's heart. 2 boxes of 420 links. That's a new feature. That's pretty cool. We got a great haul of parts here from GoPowersports.com. You can check them all out at links in the description of this video. For 2019, they're switching from discount codes to monthly in-store credit giveaways. Every single month, they're giving away $1,500 worth of in-store credit. You can enter every time you place an order, and in the comments when you place an order, let them know we sent you. That's all we have time for today, but I hope you enjoyed this Friday episode. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe to Cars and Cameras, check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Cars and Cameras Reviews in between videos, and don't forget, Mini Mayhem at Busco Beach in North Carolina, April 13th and 14th, paid swap meet with Go Power Sports at the Texas Motor Speedway, April 25th, 26th, 27th, and then Oregon, the Gambler 500 mini bike endurance race, like I said, in Oregon, May 18th. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.